Finally, back-to-back sets that make scalpers mad.
Stay with me.
So on May 22nd, Pokemon released the 5th set in the Mega Evolutions era, that being Chaos Rising. It is a mainline set, and it follows up on the pretty unpopular and equally unscalpable set, Perfect Order. Now I believe the theme for Chaos Rising is Mega Floette is causing a bunch of chaos and mayhem in Lumino City, so Mega Greninja and co have to kind of clean up and battle these Pokemon, which is a pretty generic theme overall. Now Chaos Rising has about 130 cards and comes with the typical set of rarities you would expect to find in a mainline Mega Evolutions era set, but specifically it comes with 10 double rares, 18 ultra rares, 11 illustration rares, 4 Pokemon special illustration rares, 2 trainer special illustration rares, and 1 mega hyper rare. Now this is the exact same amount of hits that was in Perfect Order, and overall both these sets feel pretty similar. If you want to know what I'm talking about, feel free to check out my last set review video on Perfect Order. And the similarities between these two sets also show in the pull rates. So in Chaos Rising, on average, you get 1 double rare out of every 5 packs, 1 ultra rare out of every 12 packs, 1 illustration rare out of every 9 packs, 1 special illustration rare out of every 83 packs, and 1 mega hyper rare out of every 956 packs. The only major difference between Chaos Rising and Perfect Order is the mega hyper rare. It is way easier to pull a mega hyper rare in Chaos Rising than in Perfect Order for some reason, and I'm all for it. But now it's time to get to the most important and fun part of the set review, looking at the cards. Alright, so the first card we'll be taking a look at is the Chespin IR. And let me just say, I love this artwork a lot. I love when Pokemon does like naturey, foresty artworks. I think it's some of the best artworks they do. And I love this Chespin card for it. I love this small little Chespin looking very cute, walking like on the forest floor, on the forest branch. And in the background, a huge tree with sunlight coming through the leaves. I just love that perspective. I think it's very cool, and it's a very cute card overall. Very good job. Now next up is the Froakie IR. In Chaos Rising, there is 3 connecting artwork cards between Froakie, Frogadier, and Greninja, which is the face of Chaos Rising, and this is the first connecting artwork for it, and I just love this card a lot. Froakie just looks so cute underwater. I love the environment that he's in with all the underwater plants, and I love you can see like his little shadow on the ocean floor. I love the water effects as well. It is just such a pretty card as well. I love when they do the starter artworks. I'm also going to shout out the Fennekin card as well. It is a promo card in the Chaos Rising ETBs, but I feel like it deserves a shout out. It completes the Generation 6 starter line, and it is also very cute. I really like how all of the starters are kind of in a unique environment, because low-key, yeah, Fennekin deserves to be in a house. Like, it just gives off that vibe. I'm glad that Pokemon is showing Generation 6 starters some love. Next up is the Frogadier card, and like I mentioned earlier, it is the second connecting artwork in the Froakie evolution line, and to be honest, it definitely is the weakest out of the 3. Like, you can kind of just tell it's meant to be the connecting artwork between the cute Froakie and the hype Greninja SIR. It doesn't have a lot going for itself besides like, you know, the cool water portrayal that it has on the card, but it's overall alright. Now next up is the Ampharos IR, and I believe this is one of the more popular cards in Chaos Rising, and I'm gonna give its praises first. I think the card is very beautiful, very pretty. I love the little Mareeps in the background and just in a field of flowers in a fenced-in area. It just gives off such comfy vibes. I don't know if this is like an unpopular opinion, but I don't really like Ampharos that much. I think it looks pretty weird, to be honest, and I think it on the card also looks out of place. If we were to switch the Ampharos with like a Flaffy, I think this card would be way better in my opinion. But for the Ampharos fans out there, I'm glad you guys got the IR card. It's really pretty. And speaking of pretty cards, we got the Xerneas IR card, and it is such a beautiful card. I actually got the card in the card convention, which I showed in my last video, but it is so beautiful, it's so stunning. I love the pops of color like on the dark background. I think the legendary Pokemon, it looks very elegant, it looks very pretty in this design. It's such a goated artwork, like where its hooves are touching, flowers sprout from it. This card is just so beautiful, I can't get enough of it. Great artwork. The next up is the Clado IR, and I do love the artwork and the scenery behind it. I love like the stars in the sky, I love the clouds, very pretty, I love the water underneath it. But just like Ampharos, I'm just not that big on the Pokemon itself. Like, it's cool enough, and I'm glad Clado got like an IR card. I think it's a very unique Pokemon. And overall, I don't hate that card like at all. I actually do like it, but it's just a little bit strange. Clado's just a little weird looking, but I'm on board with the card enough. Now for the Crobat IR, I think a lot of people do like this artwork a lot, and you know what? It has everything for like a gummy staple card. Purple Pokemon on a purple background and a purple card. Like, I do love the artwork a lot. I love the city behind it with the different shades of blue and purple. It is very beautiful. My only thing I'm not super into about the card is the actual Crobat itself. Like, it looks a little like Chungus, you know? It looks a little goofy. I feel like they could have made it look a little bit cooler. And again, I love the city background behind it, but I wish they just gave Crobat like a little bit more aura. Now, look at this wholesome artwork. I love when Pokemon decides to create card arts that show Pokemon interacting with humans, because you know what? Of course we would use Matangs to do heavy construction. They would be so helpful, and of course they carry steel beams. They are steel type. And I just think it's really cute. It's a very wholesome artwork. Like, even though Matang itself, like the Pokemon, isn't that cutesy, I think it looks really cute. Like, I love the one beneath it right here, like trying to hoist up the metal beams with its hands, like doing all its effort to help us out. Like, it's just so cute. I do appreciate when Pokemon do this with card artworks. Great job. I love saying the word Sliggoo, and I love the artwork for Sliggoo as well. It is just so cute. I love the environment that it's in, the little purple flowers, it's raining. This would be the environment you would find a Sliggoo in. It's just so cute. Let me look at the guy. He's smiling without a care in the world. Head empty, just good vibes. Very cute card. Now, next up, we got the Taurus IR. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this artwork. Like, I just don't like the Pokemon that much as well, and there isn't a lot going on with the IR card. I really appreciate IR cards that take like a pretty interesting approach to the artwork versus like IR cards like this, which is literally just like the Pokemon as an art. But, you know, if you like Taurus and you think the card's cool, that's fine. I do like it's portrayed in Savannah biome, you can tell by the background. But overall, just not my favorite IR card in the set. But at least Taurus is better than this stinker, the Watchdog IR. Now, I love Gen 5 Pokemon, but like Watchdog's pushing it a little bit. I think it looks weird, but I just don't like the way it's portrayed. Like, I guess the city is cool. I think it's the Luminous Tower, I believe, in the middle. But I just think it looks kind of strange, a little bit weird that it's all just chilling on the city. Like, I feel like this card needs more aura. I feel like they look way too goofy if they're trying to do like a menacing watchdog like aspect to it. It just looks a little bit too goofy. I can't just take it seriously, and at that point, it's probably my least favorite IR of the card. But to like the 5 watchdog fans out there, if you like this artwork, good for you. I'm glad you can enjoy it. Me personally, not the fan. Probably my least favorite card on here. Now, in my past set reviews, I do review the ultra rares, but for the sake of not having to deal with them, I'm just going to skip over them, but we'll give some shout outs for it. And for you guys that are new to the channel, I don't like ultra rares. I just think it's so boring, it's so uninteresting, it's so lame. Like, how is this card harder to pull than an IR card? When an IR card is like a gazillion times better. But I do like what they're doing with the ultra rares in the Mega Evolutions era, where they're giving like the Mega Evolution Pokemon in the background, and you see the other previous final evolution form of the Pokemon. That's cool. So I'm going to give a shout out to that. I do like the Mega Greninja, Mega Floette, but especially the Mega Dragalge ultra rares. I think those are really cool. The Mega Pyro ultra rare, I'm not that big on. I don't like the secondary colors as much, but the other 3 are really cool. Like, I wouldn't mind getting them. Now we're finally at the SIRs, and the first SIR we're going to be taking a look at is the Mega Greninja EX, which I believe is a top chase for this set as well. Now, I really do love the Mega Greninja SIR card. Like I mentioned before, it is the final connecting artwork for the Froakie line, and I think the Mega Greninja looks very cool, and I love the water effects, especially the way that the light hits off it. It just looks very pretty, but I really do appreciate that they included the regular Greninja as an orange shadow on the water. I really do like the pinks and the blues in the artwork as well, and again, it is such a pretty card, and I understand why this is the top chase of Chaos Rising. In my humble opinion, I think I would still prefer the Mega Greninja SIR in Twilight Masquerade compared to this one in Chaos Rising, but they're both really cool cards, and I can't really say much bad things about this. Plus, bonus points for making it such a cool connecting illustration artwork with its previous evolutions. Now, next up is Mega Floette, and this is a bit of a stinker in my opinion. Like, again, compared this card to like the Mega Greninja, there's nothing really going on with this card besides like splashes of color, like, which is cool, it is pretty, but like the actual Pokemon itself isn't doing anything. It's just there, and the colors can really kind of carry the card. But then again, it just feels like it's an IR card masquerading as an SIR card. It's my least favorite SIR in the card list, hands down. Next up is my personal chase in the set, Mega Dragalge, because holy, this card is so peak. First off, the final form of Dragalge is such a cool Mega Evolution design. I love it a lot. And on top of that, they made it such a cool artwork. You see all the kind of like the toxins and the poison of different colors of the pinks, the blues, the greens in the water, like kind of dispersing in the water. Such a cool design for a poison Pokemon as well. Like, it's such a cool artwork, I can't stress enough. And at its price point, it is a steal. Like, I'm gonna buy this card the next time I see it. It is so cheap for what it is. It's such a cool card and such a cool Pokemon. Like, shout out Pokemon, y'all cooked on this artwork. Like, who's the artist? I can't pronounce that. But thank you to that artist who made such a beautiful artwork. And next up we have the last SIR Pokemon in Chaos Rising, which is the Cincinnati. And it is such an adorable artwork. It is like the definition of the word cuddle. It is such a cute Pokemon, and it's on a bed with a bunch of cute pillows, very comfy vibes, very calm. Like, it is such a low cortisol card. It is such a cute card. I would love to get this card in my collection. Like, it is such a cute card. I have nothing else to say but good things about it. So adorable. Now, usually for SIR trainer cards, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't really care about it. But for in Chaos Rising, I do like both of the trainer cards. First up, we have AZ's Tranquility, and it is a very pretty artwork. It's just this man with his Mega Floette in a garden with a bunch of pretty roses and the pretty artwork around it. It's just such a pretty card. I have nothing bad to say about this at all. I wouldn't mind pulling this myself. And next up, we got Roxy's Performance, and I do love the fact that this trainer from Black and White 2 is getting some love. I think I haven't seen Roxy that much in card lists, but hey, I like the artwork. I think it's pretty cool. Is it the craziest artwork ever? No, but I do love the splash of color and leading into like her punk theme. It's like a rock star and the poison type. I think overall it's really cool. I especially love like the coughing, like a little symbol on the bottom as well. Good touch. And lastly, we got the gold card, the Mega Greninja Mega Hyper Rare. Now, as I said in all my previous Mega Evolution set reviews, I'm not a huge fan of the gold cards. Like overall, the card's fine. It's just an all gold card. I'm sure like if we were to get this in person, it'd be a lot cooler than looking at it on a screen. And overall, like I said, for all my previous Mega Hyper Rare cards, I think it's fine. Now, much like Perfect Order, I don't think the Chaos Rising card list matches the overall theme of what the set was trying to accomplish. But I mean, at this point, I don't think anyone really cares or the Pokemon's really trying that hard to match the theme. Like I feel like they can have a theme that says, we're focusing on sunshine and rainbows, and then at least like a Mega Gengar, Mega Darkrai, Mega Houndoom Spooky set, and no one will bat an eye. But hey, what can you do? Now, like I mentioned earlier in this video, scalpers do not like this set. It doesn't contain the craziest cards, nor is it as hyped of a set as something like Ascended Heroes, but I think that's the reason this set is so great. I think the hobby has been so scalper-centric for so long that I think the sets of Perfect Order and now Chaos Rising is a good breath of fresh air for us collectors. Now, is Chaos Rising my favorite set of all time? No. Is it even my favorite set in the Mega Evolutions era? No. But does it have some really unique cards and pretty artworks and stuff that I could really appreciate? Hell yeah. Now, when ranking Chaos Rising, it definitely is a set that's pretty similar and on par to Perfect Order, and in my opinion, I would take Chaos Rising over Perfect Order any day of the week, just because I think the IRs in Chaos Rising are a way big step above compared to Perfect Order, while the SIRs are pretty similar. Now, I am really excited to open Chaos Rising, so let me know down in the comments which is your favorite card from this set, and if you're able to pull anything good from this set so far. Now, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your patience with this video. I know the set came out over a month ago, but between recording and editing the 500 pack opening, as well as doing the Pokemon convention video, I've been pretty strapped for time, but hey, at least I was able to get it out before the next set released. Now, if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I have a whole host of other Pokemon content, including other set review videos in my channel, so make sure to check that out. But just remember, Mega Dragalge is the best card in this card list, hands down, clears the rest of the competition. Subscribe.